She's much more experienced than I am. I don't think it was an easy win for her, so it's very difficult.
On Saturday, May 23rd, 2026, Alex Eala turns 21 in Paris. On Sunday, May 24th, French Open opens its gates, and her name is already on the main draw board. Not as a wild card, not as a qualifier who fought through 5 rounds just to belong, but as a top player who earned that spot with her ranking, her results, and 11 months of work since the last time she stood at the roads, and it broke her heart.
She is the best tennis player and the best athlete that I have seen in the game of tennis.
Chris Evert, 7 French Open titles, more than any woman in the Open era, has already spent over a year trying to find the right words for what Alex Eala is doing to this sport. The tennis world is running out of language because the calendar just wrote a script that nobody in the sport saw coming, and the girl from the Philippines is the only one who showed up ready to live it. 12 months ago, at her 2025 French Open debut, Eala lost in the first round to Amelina Arango 2 days after turning 20. The birthday into Grand Slam combination went sideways, and the doubters noted it. This year she arrives with a live ranking of number 38, a career high of number 29 earned just 2 months ago in March, and something she did not have in 2025. Rafael Nadal himself, 14 Roland Garros titles, the most in history, giving her frequent advice at the Rafa Nadal Academy, specifically confirmed by Eala during her Tennis Channel sit-down at the Rome 2026 tournament. The redemption arc is no longer a storyline, it is departure time. Here is what makes this story something rarer than a feel-good birthday post. The calendar does not care about feelings, and neither does the draw. Roland Garros has ended careers and exposed weaknesses in players far more decorated than a 21-year-old from Manila. And in 2026, Eala walks in carrying 3 specific pieces of luggage that the doubters have been cataloging all clay season. Her clay court results this spring: an early exit at a WTA 125 event, a second-round loss at the Madrid Open to Elise Mertens, and a third-round defeat in Rome to world number 2 Elena Rybakina gave the skeptics their ammunition. Brad Gilbert, the coaching legend who once guided Andre Agassi to a career revival, reportedly stated after Eala's Miami 2026 round of 16 loss to Karolina Machova that she needs to dramatically improve. That is not a throwaway comment. Gilbert has spent 3 decades identifying the difference between players who belong at the top and players who hover at the edge of it. And then there is the ghost that does not need introduction. The version of Eala who celebrated her 20th birthday in Paris and then walked off the court in tears after a first-round exit. The exact same setup, the exact same calendar, a year older, but the question is the same. Is this the year the birthday turns from a distraction into a launchpad? Start with the fact that the calendar itself is the most powerful argument in Eala's favor, not because destiny is real, but because the math is. May 23rd, 2005. That is Alexandra Eala's date of birth confirmed across every official record from the WTA to the ITF. May 24th, 2026. That is the date Roland Garros 2026 opens its main draw confirmed on the tournament's official schedule. The gap between those 2 dates is less than 18 hours. There is no schedule adjustment, no logistical workaround, no way to make the birthday arrive any later or Roland Garros begin any earlier. The universe set this date, and Eala did not flinch. Now consider what it took to even be standing at that starting line. 1 year ago, Eala entered the 2025 French Open on a wild card, an invitation extended partly on promise, partly on trajectory. This year, the WTA rankings carried her through the door on merit alone. Her career high of number 29, reached in March 2026, placed her firmly in direct main draw territory. Her current ranking of number 42, with a live ranking improved to number 38 following her Italian Open run, required no committee decision, no sponsor pressure, no favor. Imagine being the tournament director at Roland Garros, looking at the entry list and seeing her name there, not because someone vouched for her, but because she outranked enough players to claim the spot herself. That is a different kind of arrival. Put yourself in Elena Rybakina's position in Rome on May 11th, 2026. You are the world number 2. You are a Grand Slam champion. You are expected to dispatch a 20-year-old in the round of 32 with the clinical efficiency your ranking demands. Instead, Rybakina came off that court acknowledging that Eala was considerably more difficult to beat than anticipated. The final score 6-4, 6-3 in Rybakina's favor reads like a comfortable win. The match did not feel like one, and crucially despite the loss, Eala's live ranking climbed. She lost the battle and advanced the war. The pattern that emerges across this clay season is not one of a player struggling with the surface. It is one of a player accelerating. Madrid, she defeated Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in the first round before the Mertens setback. Rome, she dismantled Magdalena Frech 6-0, 3-6, 6-4, then erased Qin Wenjing, an Olympic silver medalist, 6-4, 6-3 before facing the number 2 in the world. 3 clay tournaments, 2 main draw wins in Rome alone. And on every court she walked onto this spring, she walked off it having shown the sport something it had not fully processed yet. You, the people who have been watching this since before the ranking reflected it, since before the headlines caught up, you already knew this was coming. The stats are only now confirming what you saw in the way she carries herself on a clay court. Chris Evert won Roland Garros 7 times. 7. She did not just compete on that surface, she defined it. And her analytical eye has spent decades separating genuine talent from manufactured hope. When she called Eala incredible, it was not hype, it was recognition. Now Eala is 21, ranked 38 in the world, mentored by Rafael Nadal, and stepping into that same draw. The tennis world is not speechless because no one has anything to say. It is speechless because the story is unfolding faster than anyone can explain it. Roland Garros 2026 is not just a tournament for Alex Eala. It is the moment where a trend either accelerates into something permanent or stalls into a footnote. Last year, a Filipina in the French Open main draw was a milestone. This year, it is an expectation. And that shift in how the tennis establishment frames her entry is the most significant development in her career that nobody is putting in a headline. Milestones happen once. Expectations are what legacies are built on. Her performance in Paris will directly determine whether she leapfrogs Emma Raducanu in the rankings, a movement that analysts have already identified as achievable with a competitive run. The prize money implications are equally concrete. Her career earnings could approach or surpass 7 figures with a run to the second week. And the Asian Games in Nagoya 2026 are watching this trajectory closely because the face of Asian tennis at the next major games is being decided right now in this clay season, in these results. Beyond the rankings and the check, the Roland Garros fortnight carries a specific timeline pressure. Wimbledon 2026 opens June 29th, less than 4 weeks after the final in Paris. What Eala does in the next 3 weeks does not just define this clay season, it sets the terms for everything that follows on grass. This was always going to be the year the trajectory either became undeniable or invited reconsideration. The calendar chose her birthday to deliver that verdict. The Madrid Open told a story that Eala did not try to bury. After defeating Pavlyuchenkova in the first round, she ran into Mertens in the second, and the match exposed genuine fatigue. The clay was heavy, the schedule was compressed, and the version of Eala who walked off that court in Madrid was a player who had pushed her body to a threshold it had not yet learned to manage. Her response was not to panic. She withdrew from the next scheduled event, absorbed the rest, and showed up in Rome 10 days later and defeated Qin Wenjing 6-4, 6-3, a top player with an Olympic silver medal. When she was asked about the Rome results and the bigger picture at the Tennis Channel sit-down, she spoke about playing a good level of tennis and what she still needed to develop against top-tier opponents. Not deflection. Not performance. Clarity. A 20-year-old who had just lost to the world number 2 talking about her game with the mindset of someone already focused on the solution. The birthday, the main draw, Rybakina not finding it easy, ever using the word incredible over a year ago before this clay evidence even existed. Nadal quietly preparing her for his court. A Madrid stumble absorbed and answered in Rome within 10 days. Alex Eala is not walking into Roland Garros 2026 on sentiment. She is walking in on ranking points, on results, and on the endorsement of the most decorated clay court champions in the history of the sport. One who called her incredible before the rankings caught up, and another who trains her every week. What the early watchers understood is now becoming official. The ranking reflects it. The draw confirms it. The legends validate it. Can she win her opening match at Roland Garros 2026? Or will the birthday Grand Slam combination strike twice? Drop your round one prediction in the comments right now because the draw could drop at any moment and the debate starts the second it does. If you have been tracking this story and want to be in the conversation the moment the bracket is revealed, make sure you are subscribed. This channel covers Alex Eala's Roland Garros run from first ball to last point, and the next video goes live the moment that draw is official. Do not find out about it from someone else's comment section. Be here when it happens.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.